Have you ever picked up a utility knife and thought, isn't this just a glorified box cutter? Or maybe you've seen someone slice through drywall or flooring and wondered, wait, that little thing can do all that? You're not alone. For a lot of people, the line between a utility knife and a box cutter is fuzzy. They both have blades. They both cut stuff. And to the untrained eye, they might even look interchangeable. But here's the thing. Once you understand their purpose, design, and what they're built to handle, you'll realize a utility knife isn't just a fancy box cutter. And a box cutter? Well, it's doing its own humble job just fine. Today, we're diving into the practical, everyday world of blades and breaking down what actually separates these two tools right here on History of Simple Things. Let's start with the basics. At its core, a box cutter is a lightweight, compact tool designed for, well, the name says it all. Cutting boxes, cardboard, packaging tape, shrink wrap, maybe the occasional zip tie. It's what warehouse workers, delivery drivers, and office mailroom folks reach for dozens of times a day. Box cutters are built with simplicity in mind. Most models have a narrow, retractable blade, often segmented so that when the tip gets dull, you can snap off the end and reveal a fresh edge. It's convenient, it's efficient, and in a busy work environment where time matters, it does exactly what it needs to do: open things quickly and cleanly. They're also cheap. That's not an insult, it's a feature. Box cutters are meant to be used hard and replaced often. You're not looking to pass this tool down to your grandkids. You're just trying to get through the day without slicing open your Amazon packages with a steak knife. Now let's talk utility knives. This is where things start to get interesting. A utility knife isn't just a tool, it's a workhorse. Think of it like the multi-tool of the cutting world. It's designed to handle way more than cardboard. We're talking carpet, linoleum, drywall, insulation, rope, plastic sheeting, foam board, and even thin wood in a pinch. The blade on a utility knife is thicker, sturdier, and sharper than your standard box cutter. It's replaceable too, but not in the snap-off kind of way. You unscrew or unlock the housing and swap in a fresh, solid blade, usually a heavy-duty one with a trapezoidal shape. That design matters. It means a utility knife can stand up to force. You can bear down on it without worrying that the blade will flex or snap. If you're cutting through something dense, like a piece of carpet padding, you want that strength. You need that strength. Visually, the difference in blades tells a big part of the story. Box cutter blades are long, thin, and segmented. They're made for straight, shallow cuts, the type of cuts you'd use for scoring tape or trimming a label. It's all about speed and convenience. Utility knife blades are shorter but thicker. They're built to bite into tough materials, and because they're replaceable without being disposable, you can choose blades that suit the job. Hooked blades for roofing, scoring blades for tile, rounded tips for safety, and so on. You're not stuck with one blade type, you're choosing the right one for the job, just like a chef with a good set of knives. Another key difference? Ergonomics. Box cutters are typically minimal, slim, often plastic, sometimes even disposable. They're designed to be clipped on a pocket, tossed in a drawer, or carried on a belt. No frills. Utility knives, on the other hand, are designed for grip and control. They often come with rubberized handles, ergonomic curves, and safety mechanisms to lock the blade in place. When you're making a long, precise cut through flooring or drywall, that comfort isn't just nice, it's necessary. It protects your hand, improves control, and makes the job less tiring. There are even folding utility knives, where the blade tucks safely into the handle like a pocket knife, and fixed blade models for heavy-duty work that won't budge no matter how hard you push. To put it in simple words, box cutters are lightweight, disposable, built for slicing through cardboard and packaging. Great for shipping, receiving, and everyday light tasks. While utility knives are durable, ergonomic, designed for heavier-duty cutting like flooring, drywall, or insulation. Built for control, comfort, and strength. It's not that one is superior, it's that they serve different roles. Kind of like how you wouldn't use a paring knife to carve a turkey, or a chainsaw to slice a tomato. Different tools, different tasks. You don't need to be on a job site to notice the difference. Even in everyday situations, breaking down boxes after a move or trimming insulation for a weekend project, you'll start to see where each tool shines. A box cutter glides through tape and cardboard like a scalpel through paper. A utility knife, on the other hand, feels solid, made to dig in when materials get thick or tricky. It's less about brute strength and more about having the right kind of control. And yet, in the day-to-day hustle, these differences often go unnoticed. It's easy to think a blade is a blade until you're elbow deep in a project and realize you've brought the wrong one to the fight. That's when understanding tool design becomes more than trivia. It becomes practical knowledge, the kind that saves time, effort, and maybe even a trip to urgent care. Knowing when to grab a box cutter versus when to reach for a utility knife is the kind of small decision that adds up to a smoother workflow and better results. So the next time you see someone call a utility knife just a fancy box cutter, you'll know better. You'll know that behind that small blade is a tool that's earned its place in the hands of tradespeople, crafters, and serious DIYers around the world. It's more than a blade. It's a purpose-built partner. And once you've used one properly, you'll never mistake the two again. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.